इस वीडियो में हम जनरल कंसेप्ट ऑफ बोन्स के बारे में कवर करेंगे। तो जनरल कंसेप्ट ऑफ बोन्स में हम पहले बोन के कॉम्पोजिशन के बारे में बात करेंगे। बोन किस चीज़ों से बना हुआ है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बोन जो है कोई भी टिश्यू होने दो, उसका बेसिक फंक्शनल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ इज द सेल। सो there are various cells like the osteoblast, the osteoclast, the osteocytes and the osteoprogenitor cells. इन सेल्स के बारे में हम डिटेल में बात करेंगे जब हम टाइप्स ऑफ सेल्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। सो सेल्स से एक टिश्यू फॉर्म होता है, टिश्यू से ऑर्गन एंड ऑर्गन से ऑर्गन सिस्टम। सो in case of bones too, we have the bone that is the organ and it forms the part of the locomotor system that helps in the locomotion, that is movement में help करता है। The next important composition of the bones is the matrix. So it is composed of the matrix which has the inorganic constituents and the organic constituents. Then we have the membranes. So membranes में हमारे पास दो membranes है, that is the periosteum and the endosteum. एक important point, जब भी आप एनाटॉमी पढ़ते हो तो ट्राई कीजिए कि वर्ड्स को पार्ट बाय पार्ट डिवाइड करके पढ़ना। दैट इज हियर हम देख सकते हैं कि पेरीऑस्टियम, इट मीन्स दैट ऑस्टियम स्टैंड्स फॉर बोन इन लैटिन एंड पेरी मीन्स सराउंडिंग। सो periosteum means the outer layer of the bone, whereas the endosteum refers to the inner layer of the bone. So the next component which we have is the bone marrow. The bone marrow plays an important role since it is involved in the production of the hematopoietic cells that is help in the immunity. सो अब हम बोन्स के फंक्शन के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। सो द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ द बोन इज टू सपोर्ट द बॉडी। जैसे आपने कार देखी होगी, कार में जो उसका कार का चेसिस होता है, जो कार का ढांचा होता है, तो इट फॉर्म्स द सपोर्टिंग यूनिट। अगर वो नहीं रहा तो कार होगा ही नहीं। सो सिमिलरली इन आवर बॉडी वी हैव द बोन्स व्हिच फॉर्म्स द सपोर्टिंग सिस्टम ड्यू टू विच it supports the other organ systems in our body. So it is the supporting component. Then we have the storage component. आपने जैसे 12th तक पढ़ा होगा कि बोन्स में कैल्शियम, फॉस्फेट और मैग्नीशियम इन आयंस का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज़्यादा होगा। ऑल्सो वी हैव द बाइकार्बोनेट आयंस। देन वी हैव द फंक्शन ऑफ द हेमाटोपोइसिस। हेमाटोपोइसिस यानी ब्लड सेल का प्रोडक्शन। तो अब हेमाटोपोइसिस इज डन by the red bone marrow. We also have something known as the yellow bone marrow. So ये yellow bone marrow क्या होता है? Yellow bone marrow is the form in which the adipose tissue is stored. Adipose tissue, adipose means fat. So इस bone marrow में fat deposition होता है, whereas in case of the red bone marrow we have the production of the hematopoietic cells. And the most important function of the bones is the protection. एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल है, in our chest we have the heart and the lungs. So उसे कवर करने के लिए हमारे पास एक चेस्ट वॉल है जो रिब्स और स्टर्नम और वर्टिब्री से बना हुआ है। So the bones also have an important function in the protection of the organs and the organ system. अब हम टाइप्स ऑफ बोन्स के बारे में देखेंगे। So broadly we can classify the bones into 5 main segments, which are the flat bones, the irregular bones, the long bones, the sesamoid bones and the short bones. So the flat bones, as the name suggests, are flat in nature, that is both sides are flat. So in it we have the sternum, the manubrium. Some skull bones are the example of the flat bones. Then we have the long bones. Long bones simply refers that the length of the bone is more. So we have an example of femur which is present in the region of the thigh. In the region of the leg, we have two more long bones, which are the tibia and the fibula. So here we have the fibula and here we have the tibia. And also जो bones आपके palm region में present होते हैं and the dorsum region में, these are known as the metacarpals. So these are also an example of the long bones. And we have the humerus, the radius, which is present on the side of the thumb, and the ulna, which is present on the side of the little finger, and various other examples. The next type of bone which we have is the sesamoid bone. The sesamoid bone is a bone which is present enclosed by the tendon. यानी अगर ये bone present है एक bone के ऊपर, so there must be a structural unit to support it. So it is enclosed by the tendons, which we will study while studying the lower limb. So ये पटेला बोन जो है इसे टेंडन से एनक्लोज किया गया है. अब टेंडन क्या है? So टेंडन इज नथिंग बट द एक्सटेंशन ऑफ मसल्स. अगर ये एक्सटेंशन फ्लैट रहा तो उसे हम अपोन्यूरोसिस कहते हैं. दिस इज द फ्लैट टेंडन. So जो भी मसल्स anterior compartment of leg में present है, it will give off its tendons and it will support the patella bone, that is the sesamoid bone. Sesamoid bone, sesamoid यानी P-shaped bone. It simply refers that it is a P-shaped or circular bone. The next type of bone which we have is the short bones. So in the short bones we have the bones which are present in our wrist. These bones are known as the carpal bones. And also in the region of foot we have the tarsal bones. These are the tarsals. जो भी bones hand में present है, we say it as the carpus or the carpals. So in the region of the wrist we have the carpals, in the region of the palm and the dorsum of the hand we have the metacarpals, and in the region of the fingers we have the phalanges. Similarly, in case of the foot we have the tarsals, then we have the metatarsals, and then we have the phalanges, which is present at the region of the fingers. So इनके बारे में हम briefly अभी पढ़ रहे हैं. जब हम upper limb के टॉपिक पे जाएंगे तो हम इसका डिटेल में डिस्क्रिप्शन लेंगे हर एक बोन का. And the last type of bone which we have is the irregular bone. The irregular bone, as the name suggests, it is irregular in shape. The most common example is the vertebra, which is present at the back of your body. Also, we have the ribs, which forms the chest wall, included in the flat bones. So in this part I have summarized the complete theoretical part which you must remember. And in case of long bones, the long bones can be divided into four parts. We have the epiphysis, which is present at the region of the extremity of the bones. So it is present at the proximal extremity and the distal extremity. So what do we mean by the terms proximal and distal? Proximal यानी वो part of the body which is closer to your axial skeleton. यानी in case of the hand we have the shoulder region. So in case of the humerus bone which is present in the region of your arm, the proximal end would be closer to your body, whereas the distal end, which is the elbow, it is present away from your body. So इसे हम कहते हैं proximal. Proximal यानी जो आपकी बॉडी के क्लोज है और distal यानी जो आपकी बॉडी से दूर है. Now let's take a look at the other parts of the bone. We have the spongy bone. So at the region of the spongy bone we have the presence of the red bone marrow. So ये red bone marrow produce करेगा hematopoietic cells, which helps in the immunity, that is the B cells and the T cells. इनका maturation इस location पे होता है. Then here we can take a look that we have the endosteum. जैसे मैंने पहले बताया था कि endo means the inner and the osteum means the membrane, the inner membrane of the bony compartment, the inner membrane of the bone. Then we have the medullary cavity. So in the region of the medullary cavity we have the presence of the blood vessels. which provide nutrition to the bones. Then we have the compact bone. So as the name suggests, compact bones means it is thicker as compared to the spongy bones, which is a bit cancellous, yani it has more presence of the lacunae, that is the air filled spaces. The spongy bones have more lacunae. Here we have the yellow bone marrow. So the yellow bone marrow is composed of the adipose tissue. ये fatty tissue से बना हुआ है. And then we have the periosteum, which is the outer layer. Now here we can take a look that we discussed regarding the epiphysis, which is present at the ends of the bone. We discussed about the metaphysis. The metaphysis which is present between the epiphysis and the diaphysis. The diaphysis is the region which is the shaft of the bone. It is also known as the shaft of the bone. So here we can take a look that the epiphysis is present at the upper end and the lower end, whereas the diaphysis is the shaft forming the shaft. और उन दोनों के बीच में, epiphysis और diaphysis के बीच में, we have the presence of the metaphysis. So in the region of the metaphysis, we have the presence of the metaphyseal plate, which has importance during the growth and development of the bone. And the last term जो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, it is the apophysis. The apophysis is the region of the bone which is covered with the help of the tendons and the ligaments. In case of the upper end of the bone of the humerus, here we have a capsule, that is the shoulder capsule, जिसमें आपका upper end of the humerus is present. So we can say that it is the apophysis region that is covered with the tendons or the ligaments. And to simply remember, we can have a schematic diagram like this one, that is the compact bone is present at the outer end, whereas the trabecular bone or the cancellous bone or the spongy bone, so spongy bone को हम इन तीनों टर्म से रेफर कर सकते हैं, that is the spongy bone or the trabecular bone or the cancellous bone. So please do not get confused while learning these three terms. These are one and the same. In case of the flat bones, also we have the compact bone on the outer end and the trabecular bone on the inner end, along with the presence of the bone marrow. So here we have the presence of the marrow.